Hello, ladies, and welcome to Impact Academy. This is Dr. Sandra Wall-Williams, and I'd like to welcome you to Impact Academy. We'll wait just a few minutes for everybody to get online or for people to join in. And when you come on in, say hello so I'll know who's out there. We have people on the phone, and we also have people coming in on Facebook Live. So as you come on in, just say hello, and so we'll know who's there. Again, welcome, welcome. This is Dr. Sandra. I look forward to the teaching on tonight. It is going to be awesome. I tell you, this is a topic that is always very near and dear to my heart. Moving into a new season. And so as you come on in, say hello. I see some people are joining. There we go. We've got people on the phone also. I love the way Facebook does this new thing as people join. All right. I love the way it works here now. Hello, Carol. I see Minister Carol. I see Pastor Darlene. I see Minister Cheryl. I see other people coming in. I know some of you are out there on your computers. And so when you're on your computers, I don't get to see you as fast as you are if you're using the Facebook application. So we're going to get started in about 60 seconds. We're going to go ahead and get started and get moving on tonight. For some of you, this may be your first time on tonight, and if it is, welcome, welcome. This is Impact Academy, and it's where we teach women to walk in their greater. You know, the Bible teaches us about there is a greater that we are to walk in, and we're supposed to be greater as children of God. So we're going to be talking about some things tonight in terms of how to help us to get there. I have my pink computer in front of me. We always talk about my little cute pink computer. All right. And so I can actually see the people on the phone because we have people on the phone. There are people on Facebook Live. And then we also have other people who will be seeing this via YouTube because this actually also goes into YouTube. So before we get started, let me tell you a couple of announcements while we're waiting. For those of you that are watching this on the replay, welcome. And I want to give you a couple of announcements also. I do now have a YouTube channel. Yes, I actually have a YouTube channel. So if you would, you can go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. It's Sandra Wall-Williams. I welcome everybody to go and do that, and I'd appreciate that. And so we're actually building that up, going to have some teachings on there, some new things on there, so we're excited about that. Of course, if you are not on my email list, please go join in on my email list. And my email list is drsandraspeaks.com. Go ahead, join in there so you can get emails from me. We have lots of new teachings and lots of new things coming out, and I want to make sure that you're aware of those. I see other people are joining. Hello, Donna, Regina, Krista. Hello, my line sister, Yolanda. It was great seeing you this week. Yolanda. Hey, Shakita, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Michelle, welcome, 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 everybody. Well, I tell you what, my clock has 9:02, so you know how I am. At 9:02, it's time to get started. Time to get started. So tonight's topic is how to move, 5 things that you need to do to move into your new season. Okay? 5 things you need to do to move into your new season. Now, again, my name is Dr. Sandra Wall-Williams. This is Impact Academy, where we teach women to move into their greater. And I'm very excited about Impact Academy because I only do it here. I only do it in the Vision Building Women Facebook group. Some of the teachings actually go up on my YouTube channel, but other than that, I don't do these in my other fan page. I don't do these teachings in my actual personal page. They only happen here. So if you know of women that would be able to benefit from these teachings, please go ahead, add her in, and then somebody will go ahead and approve her to join. Okay? So hello everybody. Krista, Angela, Christina, Yolanda, welcome everybody. Come on in. So let me go ahead and get started with tonight's teaching. All right, so tonight I'm going to be teaching on 5 actions that you must take to move into your new season. Let me say that again. 5 actions you must take to move into your new season. Now, somebody asked me once, Dr. Sandra, People often talk about moving into a new season. And what does that mean? So first of all, let me ask a question. How many of you feel that you're on the cusp of moving into something new in your life? It may be a new season, it may be another level or something, but you feel like you're almost there, but you don't really know what to do to just jump over into that next thing in your life. If that's you, type in a 1. I'll give you a second to type in a 1 because Facebook has a lag in it when we actually ask you to type in something. Okay? So that's you. I want you to type in a 1, okay? Oh, I see me. That's great. Me. Thanks, Christina. All right? So I'm actually looking at you on my camera, and I'm actually have it here live on my screen, so I can actually kind of see where you guys are typing. Yes, I gotcha. I gotcha. So now, what I want to do tonight, thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right? So what I want to do tonight is I want to talk about how do you move into that new season. What are the things that you need to do to move into that new season in your life? Okay? What are those things that you need to do? Now, here's a couple of things before I get into that. A couple of things I need for you to know. What exactly, and this is very important, what exactly constitutes a new season? All right. What exactly constitutes a new season? So many times people think they are in a new season, but they're really just in a different level of the same season. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to talk about the different seasons that you have in your life. All right, I'm going to talk about the different seasons that you have in your life. But tonight, for those of you that feel it's time for you to be moving, or you feel that you need to move forward, but you're not there, what constitutes moving into a new season? How do you know that you're out of this phase of your life and you're into a new phase? Well, let me tell you. When you experience, and this is very important, when you experience new constraints, new challenges, or new blessings. All right? New constraints, new challenges, or new blessings, then you are moving into a new season in your life. Okay? New constraints, new blessings, or new challenges, then you're moving into a new season. All right. Now, I know that sounds like, well, Dr. Sandra, I feel like I'm moving into something like that all the time. All right. I feel like I'm moving into something new all the time. And you may be. But let me give you an example. All right. When I was working as Senior Vice President, community colleges, awesome job. I loved what I did. All right. But something changed in my life for me that I knew was taking me into a different season that I hadn't experienced before. Well, you say, what was that? Well, I have a son that was going into high school. All right. He was going into high school. And with him, just a second here, I'm not exactly sure what just happened here on my screen. Okay. With him going into high school, I needed to be more available to him. So I was still, and I need you to get this, I was still in the same season at work. But I was in a new season as a mother. Okay. Sometimes we don't understand that. All right. I was in the same season. I'm just trying to get back online. I'm not exactly sure what happened to my laptop here. Hold on just a second. All right. I was in the same season at work, okay, on my job. I was in the same season at work, but I was in a new season, okay? I was in a new season on the job, all right? Oh, excuse me, as a mom. All right, everybody with me? Let me see something. I need to make sure that I can are you guys actually hearing me? Because on my screen, I'm seeing something a little different. If you're still there with me, give me some likes or something so I know that you guys are still out there live. Okay? Great. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So, Now, I saw something different here on my screen, so that's why I wanted to make sure that you guys were with me. Thank you, Pastor Thorne. Thank you, thank you. All right, and everybody's giving me those. Great, thanks. Okay, so again, is everybody understanding me? See, on my job, I was in the same season, but as a mom, I was going into a new season, and my seasons had to be able to collaborate or connect with each other. All right, they had to be able to connect with each other. Now, as I had the opportunity to be able to step away from my job because I started a company 3 years ago, okay? Started a company 3 years ago, almost 4 years now, 4 years ago, and I was able to do that full time and step away into being available for my son, Now, so for me, I had the new challenges of, okay, I had some new challenges. It was a blessing that I had a son in high school. All right, I was blessed by that. But I had the new challenges of all the things that went along with having a high school athlete. Okay, and those of you that have ever had high school athletes, you understand what I'm talking about. You're constantly at the school. You're constantly taking your child somewhere. You're constantly moving from one place to the other with your child. All right, and so I knew that this was a new season in my life, and my life had to accommodate the new season. So now if you're understanding what I mean by new season, type in a 1. If you're with me, you understand that you get to a new season when there are new constraints or new challenges or new blessings in your life. New seasons aren't always bad. New seasons aren't always challenges. New seasons can be blessings, okay? New seasons can be blessings. For example, when I left my job, believe me, that was a blessing. The fact that I could come off my job, the fact that my husband and I had done so with our finances that I could come off my job, that was a blessing. So all of those constitute new seasons in your life. Now, your new season could be going from one job to the next. Okay, your new season could be you've been a mom of a high schooler. Now your child is graduated and now your kids are in college. That's a new season. Okay, or we're having kids in college. Your new season could be that you're going from one church to another church. That is a new season. Here's another one that sometimes people don't look at. Your new season could be that you are now taking care of aging parents. That is a new season. All right. You could be a grandmother. That's a new season. It just depends on what your challenges, your constraints, or your blessing are, whatever those things are. But you're moving from one area to a next, and you're experiencing new constraints, new blessings, or new challenges. All right. So again, new seasons are not always bad. People want to say, that I'm going into a new season in my life, but somebody asked me the question, how do you define a new season? Okay, and let me tell you something. Going into a new season is biblical. All right, so many people say, well, we shouldn't be in all these different seasons in our life. Well, going into a new season is biblical. There is nothing wrong with going from one phase of your life to the other. When you look at people in the Bible, and as God moved them from one place, they could have been like, if you look at David, David went from being a shepherd to being a king. Okay. When you look at Christ himself, Christ went from being a carpenter. He was born the Messiah. Okay. But he went through different seasons in his life. Okay. When you look at, who was it? It was Esther. Esther went from being a servant girl and who she was to being a queen. So what I want to tell you is that as you go from different constraints to different challenges to different blessings, you are going through new seasons. And let me tell you that that's number 1. Number 2, before we get into the 5 things that you need to do, number 2 is I need for you to understand is that you can be in more than one season in your life in different areas. You will not be in the same season in every single area of your life. For example, as a mom, I am in what I call, I'm going to go over these seasons with you the next time I do an Impact Academy. Okay, I am in what I call the preparation season for having a high schooler. Okay, I just finished that as a mom. All right. As a business owner, okay, I'm in a different season. As a wife, I'm in a different season because I'm a seasoned wife. I've been married July 28th. I'll be married 27 years. Okay. I'm in a different season there. As a minister, I'm in one season. As I said, as a business owner, I'm in a different season. So don't think that everything in your life has to be in the same place. That's the reason why you have to understand that different areas in your life mean you have different seasons for every area of your life. That's why you can be going through or experiencing some challenges in one area of your life, but you could be experiencing blessings in another. Two different seasons. I hope you're following me on this, because so many times we get stuck because we feel that everything in our life is supposed to be wonderful. Everything in our life is supposed to be on the same even keel. Well, that's not the case. All right. Every area, in every area in your life, you can be in a different season. And like I said, I'm going to go over the seasons with you next time. I'm not going to go through the seasons with you tonight because that's just too much teaching for one night. Okay. And I'm trying my best to limit this to 1 hour. All right. So now here's what I want you to remember. I'm just checking the battery on the phone over here. All right. Here's what I want you to remember. Now I'm going to give you the 5 things that you need to do when you go from one season to the next. Okay. Now, before we do this, I want to give you about 10 seconds to think of where are you moving from one season to the next? I want you to tell me that. I want you to type into the comments. And this is what I don't want you to give me a long drawn explanation. If you're moving from one season to the next in your career, then type career. If you're moving from one season to the next in your marriage, then type marriage. If it's with your children, type motherhood. If it's with your ministry, type ministry. If it's with your job, type job. But where are you, or where do you feel you're moving from one season to the next? Okay? Let me give you about 10 seconds to type that in for me. Where do you feel you are moving from one season to the next? Okay? In your finances, wonderful. Ministry, wonderful. Great, great. All right? Now, the reason that this is so important that you identify where you feel you're moving is so that you can take the 5 things and apply them directly to what I'm talking about. Okay? I see career and ministry, business, parenting, ministry. A lot of you are moving from one season to the next in ministry. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay? Family. That's great. That's great. Education. Hi, Karma. How you doing? Good to see you here. Motherhood, career, wonderful, wonderful. Well, see, job and relationship. Well, great. The reason I wanted you to put those up there, buying a home, that's wonderful. Career and ministry, that's great. Family, wonderful, wonderful. So the reason I want you to put those up there is because you need to identify where you see yourself moving from one season to another. Or where you feel that there needs to be a change, or where you feel there's some things that are happening that are new challenges, new constraints, or new blessings, okay? You need to go ahead and identify that so that you can apply what I'm telling you, okay? What I'm going to give you tonight. So let's look at those 5 things, okay? Let's look at those 5 things. Number one. In order to move from one season to the next, and these are going to seem simple. These 5 things are going to seem simple, but let me tell you, they are hard to do. They're going to seem simple, but they are hard to do. Here's number 1. Number 1, you must say goodbye to the last season. You must say goodbye to the last season. In order to fully embrace what's new and go from one season to the next, you've got to say goodbye to where you were. Okay? Now, let me give you an example. Okay, if you have a child, okay, and I'm kind of experiencing this right now, because although my child is only going to the 10th grade, okay, he's only going to the 10th grade, but what I'm seeing is I'm having to prepare a lot for some college things that I hadn't planned on preparing for right now, okay? So when I have to plan and get ready mentally and spiritually, financially, to get him to be prepared for that next season in our lives. Okay? Now, let's take it to ministry or career. All right. Some of you want to move move your ministry to another level. Some of you want to move your career to another level. Well, let me tell you something. In order to do that, you have got to say goodbye to where you are. Now, let me give you a secret. This is a secret that someone taught me about saying goodbye while you're still in the same place. You've got to catch this. Okay? About saying goodbye while you are still in the same place. Because here's the thing. Saying goodbye is a state of mind. It doesn't always have to mean, not initially that is, it doesn't always have to mean initially that you are going to pick up and move and pick up and say, I'm quitting this job, or I am going to leave this church, and I'm not telling anybody to quit their job. I'm not telling anybody to leave their church. I'm trying to tell you the 5 things you need to do as you move into a new season. All right. So, but saying goodbye has to be in a state of mind before you can act it out, before it becomes an action. All right. Make sure you got that. Oh, thank you, Pastor Thorne. You're putting doing the scribing tonight, or you're scribing some of the things. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, you must say goodbye to the last season, but you have to understand that you must say goodbye in your mind, and you have to have your mind made up that you are going to move into the new season. Because if your mind is not made up that you're going to move into the new season, then you will have trouble leaving. You will stay stuck where you are. For example, if you want to move from one job to the next, say you want a different career. All right. Say you want a different career. Okay. What I mean by that, I'm trying to think of an example. A friend of mine, she was a teacher and she wanted to become a nurse. All right. She had to make up in her mind that she wanted to be a nurse, because moving from a teacher to a nurse was going to require additional study, new season. It was going to require more on her children, because someone had to come help her with her children, new season. It's going to require going back and forth to school, new season. All those things constitute a new season in your life. See, so many times we think a new season is some grandiose thing. A new season is when you're going into something different. Okay? So Christina said, I just came from stuck. I want to get you unstuck tonight. You have to make sure that you leave the old season in your mind before you take action to do it. Okay? Now, if you get, I know y'all are taking notes, but I hope you're getting this. Because see, when you make up in your mind that I'm going to get a new career, then you will begin to do the things that you need to do to work towards getting it. Okay? When you make up in your mind that I'm going to do whatever it takes to move forward with this call of God on my life, then you are going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. When you make up in your mind that, when I made up in my mind that it was time for me to leave my job, then it was time to go. That was it. It was time to go. I could not move and take the action until my mind, until I was in a state of mind that matched where I want to go. So, in order to say goodbye to the last season, you've got to say goodbye in your mind first. You have to say, you know what? I know it's going to be hard, but if I'm actually going to go into this next thing that I know God is leading me to, whether it's career, whether it's church, whether it's ministry, regardless of what it is, if I really want to go, then in my mind, I've got to be okay with leaving. I've got to be okay with saying goodbye. Now, here's the thing. Here's why this is important. Because if you haven't made up in your mind first to say goodbye before you actually move into that next season, before you actually go into that next season, then you will have problems operating in your new season. You got that? Are you getting that? If you have not made up in your mind that I am going to be successful in this new season, I know it's going to bring challenges. I know it's going to bring some things, maybe in my finances that I'm not accustomed to. I know it's going to bring maybe some emotional things that I'm not accustomed to, some spiritual things, whatever. Okay? I know all this is going to come, but when your mind is made up that you're going to say goodbye to where you were so that you can step into the new, then you will be able to say, you'll be able to act out goodbye. Because see, goodbye is more than just, I'm gone. See ya. That's not goodbye. Because see, when you say goodbye or when you leave and you've truly said goodbye, you don't think about it anymore. You don't think about it anymore. You may think about the people and, oh, they were great folk and stuff like that. But you don't think about the work that you did. You don't think about, I wonder what they're doing, or I wonder, are they getting along without me? Okay. When I left community colleges, okay, when I left community colleges, that day that I left, okay, I had to say that chapter of my life is complete. Y'all know I'm in chapter 54, right? All right. That chapter of my life was complete. And now I've got to move on to a new season and a new chapter. New season, new chapter. All right. Y'all know what? I don't like the way my shirt is looking on the video right here. All right. I'm working out, y'all. Y'all know I'm working out. Okay. So I'm watching myself on this video right here. I've got this little table in front of me. All right. So I want to, how's that? Is that better? Okay. That's not really better. I don't like that. Okay. I'm trying to get the camera. I'm looking at the camera on here and trying to get the camera a little bit different so I can see. There we go. I think that's better. I think that's better. Okay. So now, when I said goodbye to community colleges, it was time to go. And when I went into the new season, I couldn't have all of the old community college thoughts on my mind. Why? Because if you don't completely say goodbye, you can't operate in the new season because your mind is still cluttered with the old. Okay? I hope you're getting this. This is why this first point is so important, that you have to say goodbye to the last season. And goodbye is a state of mind before you act it out. Because if you don't have the state of mind, if you act it out before you have the goodbye state of mind, when you go in or you attempt to go into your new season, you haven't clearly left the old season yet. Okay? So you must say goodbye to the old season. I hope y'all got that. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is you have to embrace the new season. Now, this is a hard one. This is a hard one because sometimes we want to say goodbye to the old, but we don't want to say hello to the new. We don't want to dive in. We don't want to be all in. We want to put our foot in and see if it is going to get a little wet and see what that wetness feels like and see if I like it before I want to dive in. Well, let me tell you, if you're going to go into a new season, if you're ready for God to take you into that new season, you're saying that God has placed you in a new season in your life. You say that he's placed you in a new season. However, you're not willing to embrace where you are. And here's the thing you've got to remember. You have to embrace it. You have to embrace the challenges. You have to embrace the constraints as well as embracing the blessings. So many people want to be in a new season, but they only want to embrace the blessing. Well, you can't do that. You've got to embrace more than the blessing. You've got to embrace everything that season has for you. All right, everything. You've got to embrace everything. So keep in mind, suppose you may be entering a difficult season in your life. There may be something in your life to where you have gotten some difficult news. And you're thinking to yourself, my new season now is going to constitute doctor visits. It's going to constitute some strain on my finances. It's going to constitute allowing people into my life that haven't been in my life before. But you know what? That is all a part of the new. You have to embrace everything that comes with the new, because if you don't, then you won't get the totality of the new season. This is very, very important, ladies. You've got to get this, that if you don't embrace everything of the new season, that's the constraints, the challenges, and the blessings. If you don't embrace everything that you're going into, then you won't experience the totality of the new season. This is the reason why people tend to want to say, I'm going through so much. I'm getting ready to break some of you free right here. Some of you are getting ready to get a breakthrough right here. So many times we want to say that we're going through. or that we're experiencing some trials or some difficulties. And it's not that you're experiencing trials or difficulties, and you may be. Things may be hard. But if you embrace where you are, if you say to yourself, I know this is a difficult time. I know that going back to school is going to be difficult when I've got 3 children. Okay, I know that going from this particular ministry into the next ministry is going to be hard. Thank you, Carol. I know that going from this ministry to the next ministry is going to be hard. I know that just something as small as I really want to take this new job, but I'm scared because I have to sign up for benefits all over and doing all this new. But you know what? You've got to embrace everything that goes with the new. When I left my job, all right, when I left my job, I left a 6-figure job. All right. I left all of this authority. I left all of the things that went with being the highest ranking African-American female. All right. In technology and higher education. I left all of that because my season as a mom changed. And here's the thing. You have to prioritize. Let me help some of you right here. You've got to prioritize what's happening in your season, because one season may have to take priority over another. Oh, you got to get that. One season may have to take priority over another. All right, Deborah says, after my son's death, I shut down, which caused me to lose out. So I feel like I'm going back around again. You know what, Deborah? That's okay. If you feel like you're going back around again, sometimes you've got to go through the same seasons in the same area of your life more than once. It depends on what's going on in your life. All right. So again, when you are going to a new season, you've got to embrace everything that goes along with it. And you've got to prioritize what's happening in your new season. See, in my life, being a mom to a high school athlete, because I knew I had to take my son here and there, okay? That became priority over working full-time every day. That's just the way it was. It became priority over working full-time every day, all right? I have my company that I run every single day. All right. I am working. Sometimes it feels like sun up to sundown, but I love it so much. I love what I do so much. I love working with my clients. I love creating courses. I'm doing corporate coaching now where I coach women in corporate arenas where companies pay me to come in and coach some of their ladies in terms of leadership. I work as a consultant. I'm able to do ministry work for Full Gospel. That I don't get paid for, but I do love to do it anyway. Okay. So, but I'm doing those kinds of things, but I had to prioritize those seasons. Okay, you see what I'm saying? My season as a mom requires more of me now than it did when my son was younger. My season as a business owner requires more of me now because I'm doing it full time. So you need to look at what is it that you're doing in your new season, and have you embraced all of it? Have you embraced the fact that you acknowledge that there are challenges, but you're going to stay where you are? You're going to stay in this new season. You're going to stick it out. You realize that you're so used to going to bed at 8 o'clock, Carol Clark. You're so used to going to bed at 8 o'clock, but you know if you've got studying to do, you may not be able to get in bed till 9:30. Okay? You are used to, you're saying you want to, some people will say, well, I want a closer walk with the Lord. I want to have a season where my spiritual walk is getting closer and closer to God. Well, it may be that you're used to getting up at 6 o'clock. But in this new season of getting of spiritual increase, this new season of spiritual growth, your new season may say you may have to get up at 4:30. All right. So what I'm saying, though, is that you've got to embrace everything that goes with your new season. That means when you say goodbye to the old, you've got to embrace the new. All right. When you say goodbye to the old, you've got to embrace the new. Remember, saying goodbye to the old, this is why these two go together. Saying goodbye to the old starts in your mind so that when you actually move forward and say goodbye, then you can fully embrace where God is taking you. All right. You can't fully embrace where God is taking you if you still have some old garbage or some old clutter that is stuck on you. Okay? You can't do that. It just won't happen because that old garbage, that old clutter pulls you down. I'm going to show you something. Now, my husband hates clutter. Okay? Those of you that know him hates clutter. Now, don't y'all laugh. Don't y'all laugh. All right? Exactly. It's like putting new wine in old wineskins. Can y'all see this right here? Can y'all see this? I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me look on the screen here and see what you see. Okay. This is a bag of ink pens. All right? Now, those of you that know me well know it's one thing other than Andy Griffith that I really love, and it is office supplies. I don't know why I love office supplies so much. I have a whole closet with nothing but office supplies over here. All right? When my brother or my niece needs something, they don't go to Office Max or Staples. They come over here. They come over here and they get office supplies out of my closet. But you know what? My husband came in here today and he cleaned out this drawer. So I opened my desk drawer and my stuff was gone. I'm like, where are all my pens? Where's everything? I mean, I actually had a fit. So my husband says they're downstairs in a bag in the garage. It's too much clutter. You need to get rid of some of that stuff. Well, I'm upset because I don't like you messing with my stuff. Okay? And then he said to me, you can't go and do what you want to do in this business if you've got a whole bunch of clutter around you. New season will require embracing everything in my new season. All right? Now that takes us to number 3. Number 1 is you got to say goodbye to the old. Number 2 is you got to embrace the new season. Here's number 3. Number 3, you have to ask yourself this question. What habits do I need in my new season? What habits do I need in my new season? Here's something I need for you to get to. Understand. What worked in your last season may not work in the new season. See, all these pens and all this stuff I had down here, okay, that may have worked in the old way of doing things. Okay, that may have worked when I came in my office every now and then. All right, but now that I come in my office every day and I'm in here all day, every day, all right, unless I'm out in the field somewhere, but I'm in here all day, every day, I can't have all this clutter around me. I can't have it all because it's just too much stuff. I've got to get better organized. All right. Again, I love my new book. I love my book. Okay. Clear the Clutter. Y'all know how I am about that book, right? All right. So now, but I have to ask yourself, what new habits do you need in your new season? So what worked in the old season or where you were before may not work where you are now. What worked in the old season may not work now. It's sort of like trying to get into a new door, but you're using an old key. All right? It's sort of like trying to get into a new door, but you're using an old key and you're wondering why the door won't open. Well, the door won't open because you are trying to take the old stuff you used to do into the new. The name of the book is Clutter Free. Christina, the name of the book is Clutter Free by Kathy Lipp. Can you see that? L-I-P-P. Clutter Free by Kathy Lipp. All right? I think that's the book you're talking about, the Clutter book. Yeah, or the Clutter Free book. All right? So, what are some new habits? So, ask yourself, what are some new habits that I have to do? Okay? Like, for example, I gave you the example. If in your new season, you want to have spiritual growth, and you know you're not a night person, then your new season may require that instead of getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you get up at 4:30 in the morning, so you will have time to do your time with the Lord. Okay? I have to get up at 4:30 because I am not, when it comes to studying and that sort of thing and just spending time with the Lord here in quality time, because I'm somewhere preaching or teaching someplace every single week. I'm here every single week. I have to get prepared for this, all right? I have my notes. I have to get prepared for this. I have to do some studying. I have to hear from the Lord in terms of what is it that He wants me to say to you all. I'm praying for you guys, okay? That sort of thing. So I can't take the old habits of sleeping to 10 o'clock. Now, there's one day I get to sleep late, and that's Friday, okay? Because I don't work on Friday, okay? If I do, it's my choice, all right? And so I take Friday to be the day that I need for me. Okay, the day that I need for me. Okay? And so I knew that I couldn't take all of the old stuff. So ask yourself, What is something that you're doing now that you can't take into the new season? What is something that you are doing now that you cannot take into your new season? Y'all know what? I got to stop, as I believe in acknowledging. All right. My ministry mentor is here. I see her just join in. Dr. Shirley R. Brown, Apostle Dr. Shirley R. Brown is in the house. Hello. Mwah. You know I got to throw your kids. Okay. All right. So again, number 3 is ask yourself, what habits do you need in this new season? All right. One of mine that I'm still working on, and this book is really helping me, so y'all continue to pray for me, is getting rid of clutter. All right. Getting rid of clutter. I gave away a lot of books this weekend. Me and my line sisters got together, so we hadn't seen, some of us, one of our line sisters we hadn't seen in almost 20-something years. And I had so many books that I was able to give my line sisters about 3 books apiece. All right? But I learned something in that. One of my clients said to me that, Dr. Sandra, if you don't let go of the old, you can't bring in the new. And I was like, okay. Just what I'm teaching you here. I had to let go of those books in my mind. Y'all have no idea. It's hard, just like it's going to be hard for me to let go of these ink pens. Okay. I know they're just ink pens, but I love them. Okay. I love office supplies. But it was also hard for me to let go of these books because I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm attached to them because I read them. But in order to embrace the new, you've got to let go of the old. By giving those books to my line sisters, that gave them new season. That's part of their new season. I was sowing into their new season for where I know God is taking them. Okay. For my new season, there are new books that are coming in to me every single day. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine just sent me this one. It's called Profit First. All right, I haven't read it yet, but it's talking about transforming your business to a cash-eating monster to money-making machine. I haven't read it yet, but there is a course that we're taking off of that book right there. And if I would have had all those other books, I wouldn't have had room for this one. There's a couple of other books that I've ordered. And one book I ordered from my son, Hot Words for the SAT. All right, Hot Words for the SAT. Again, all those other books in my house, I got to release that and release those old habits so that I can move into the new. Oh, there's my line sister, Yolanda. She says, thank you for the books. It was like Christmas. But it blessed me to be able to sow into their new season. All right. So that I could embrace my new season. All right. But I have to get rid of a habit. Like I said, one of my habits is I will keep stuff and I get stuff cluttered. I got to get rid of that habit. Got to get rid of that habit. So ask yourself, what habits do you need? Some of you, a new habit, like I said, may be getting up earlier. Some of you, a new habit may be to read for an extra hour. All right, every night. Some of you, your habit may be to pray for 15 minutes. You may say, well, Dr. Williams, I pray every day. No, I mean pray, go in and pray for an hour. Or for 15 minutes. Someone asked me one time, how do you pray for an hour? I actually have it's a format. And I don't want to put prayer in a format, but somebody asked me, I need some guidance on how to pray for an hour. Okay. So I gave them how to pray for an hour. All right. How do you do that? So, but whatever new habits you need, find out what new habits you need and begin to do them. Because I will tell you what, until you do something over and over and over and over, it will not become a habit. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning has become a habit for me. Now, granted, I have to set my alarm clock. I am not one of those people that can just wake up. That's not me. I have to have an alarm clock. Okay? So, but that has become a habit for me because it's part of the season that I am in. It's part of the season that I'm in. All right? So then, I don't know if y'all could hear that music. I just realized there was music playing over here. I didn't realize they even had it on. All right. Okay. So now, number 1, as you move into your new season, say goodbye to the old, to the last season. Number 2, embrace the new season. Number 3, ask yourself, what habits do I need in my new season? Oh, being on time. I like that one. All right. What habits do I need? Prayer. Yes. Being on time. That's a habit. Now I'm going to tell you something. Let me give you a hint. Who was that? Angela? I've been taught, and this is something that I was taught by my late pastor, and that is that you are on time when you're 5 minutes early. That's what he used to teach us. You're on time when you're 5 minutes early. My previous boss, Dr. Scott Rawls, we would always get in the room or be in the room by 10 o'clock. It was this meeting that we had every Monday morning. The old president, Martin Lancaster, Martin was okay with us coming in the room and getting there at 10 o'clock and having some little chitter chatter before we talk. But when we got a new president, President Scott Rawls, if the meeting starts at 10, he wants to start at 10. He wants you in the seat so when 10 o'clock hits, he can start talking. Had to get rid of the old, in with the new. So we had to start being on time and being in our seat and being early. So taking time to pray and read the Bible. If that's where you want to be, then what habits do you need to do to make that new season happen? More prayer and study time. What do you need to do to make that happen? All right. For me, y'all know what one of mine was this year? I had to have time to exercise. I had to take the time to take care of my body. Okay. And it wasn't that I told a good friend of mine, Dr. Christine Grant, I said, one of my goals is being healthy. My goal is not to exercise every day. All right. One of my life goals for this year, in this season, and for every season from now on, is to be healthy. One of the things I have to do that is to exercise every day. I was so hurt the other day that I overslept and couldn't get to a workout or do the walk with two of my line sisters who were here overnight because they went walking. And I had planned to go, but then I overslept because I went to bed too late because my son got here at 2:30 in the morning. They were coming back from South Carolina. They got here like at 2:30. Then I didn't go to bed till like 3:15. I overslept and then didn't get up with them and walk. Okay. And I was disappointed, but I still got my exercise in that day because in order to be healthy, I've got to exercise every day. That's a new season for me, y'all. But I tell you what, the outcome, I feel better. All right. My skin looks better. I just feel different. So if you're not exercising, if you're not doing something to take care of yourself financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, every single day, okay, then when you get into your new season, you won't be ready for it. Okay. You've got to be ready for the season that I'm in now requires a lot of me physically, which means that I have to physically be ready for the season that I'm in. Okay. So my habits of exercising and eating had to change. Now, y'all know what? I kind of cheated on a little bit last night because I love Almond Joys, peppermint patties, Mounds. I just love Paydays. I love candy bars. I'm from Richmond County. I love candy bars. Okay. And so I got an Almond Joy last night and I ate the whole thing. Yolanda, don't say anything. Yes, I ate that Almond Joy and it was good. Okay. But I can't do that every day. I'm 54 years old. I can't eat an Almond Joy every day. And still have the goal of having a healthy lifestyle. Okay. Because my actions don't line up with the goals. Yolanda said, no, say it ain't so. Yes, it is. Yes, I did. I ate it and it was good. It was good. Nuts and all. Coconut and all. All right. So remember, what habits do you need in your new season? So ask yourself. Some of you say you need to pray more, study more, read more, spend time with your children more. If you want a better marriage, then you need to spend time with your spouse. Talk more, communicate more. All right. Do whatever you need. Do whatever habits you need to make and do whatever habits you need to do for your new season. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Number 1 was say goodbye to the old season. And if you are listening if you're just joining, please listen on the replay so you can get the notes and everything that goes with that. Number 2 is embrace the new season. Number 3 is ask yourself, what habits do I need in this season? Okay. Angela said, I need to lose fear. Yeah. And you know what? In order to go into a new season, you got to do it afraid sometimes. Okay. You got to start before you're ready. You got to say, you know what? This is something I may be uncomfortable with, but I'm going to take one step at a time. Take one step at a time. And I believe me, fear will eventually go away. Okay. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. That's the acronym that somebody told me for fear a long time ago. And that's what it is. False evidence appearing real. All right. And we will not have fear. Just take one step and try to do 1% better every single day and watch fear go away. Why? Because the enemy will, okay, now I'm going to preach for just 30 seconds. The enemy will want to keep you in a fearful state because the enemy wants to keep you to trying to unlock a door with the wrong key. And he knows that if he keeps you in a fearful state, you will continue to try to go into a new door with the wrong key. But when you take away fear and you get the right key and the door is open, then you are open to some stuff that the enemy never wanted you to see. So take one step at a time. Do it afraid, start before you're ready, and start moving forward, and you will see how you move forward and how that fear will go away. Okay, that's my preaching for tonight. Let me go on. Number 4. All right, I got 10 minutes. Number 4, ask yourself, who do I need to connect with in this new season? Now, in your new season, relationships are critical. Regardless of what you're doing in your new season, whatever your new season entails, relationships are critical. All right? Relationships are critical. So ask yourself, who do I need to connect with in my new season? All right? Don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. You need to reach out and begin to connect with those who help you and whom you help. You know, I was listening in the Inner Circle. One of our Inner Circle members, she put up a video the other day. I think it was Saturday. She put the video up on Saturday. And she had a goal. And at the top, she put mission accomplished. There was a goal that she had, and she had shared it with us in the Inner Circle, and she put up there, mission accomplished, and she talked about, and she actually did a video, and she talked about how being in the Inner Circle helped her accomplish it, what she's learned, how she's grown, how Impact Academy has helped her. But the thing about it was that she connected with different people that could help her from a spiritual perspective, a spiritual, emotional perspective, to help her move forward and do what she knew she needed to do. And she accomplished that. And she's still moving forward toward it, but she's taking one step at a time. Is this new for her? Yes. Are there some challenges? Yes. Are there some blessings? Yes. Are there some constraints? Yes. But she has direction and she's moving forward in it. Okay, she's got some direction and she's moving forward in it. So my question for you is, while you're going into your new season, who do you need to connect with? Who are the people that you need to connect with in your new season? Some of you may need to reconnect with some people that you've disconnected from. Some of you need to disconnect from some people that you're connected to. Okay? Some of you need to align yourself with people that you haven't been aligned with in the past. All right? Because I will tell you, when you go into a new season, the mere fact that it's new should tell you that you may need to align, realign, or disconnect yourself with certain folk. Let me make sure I say that again. Because you're going into a new season, you may need to align, realign, or disconnect yourself from certain relationships. All right? There are relationships that I have had, and I have noticed that as I'm in this season of being an entrepreneur, this season of working for myself, that I've got to make some new relationships. Some relationships that I never would have thought that would have been that close to me in terms of the work that I do. But see, what I learned, and this is something you've got to get right here, all right? What I've learned is that these people are close to me, that I'm working with. They're close to me in this season. I don't expect them to be my best friend from now until Juvember, all right, whenever that is, all right? But while I am in this season, you may have a close relationship with someone, but that person may not be able to go with you into the next new season. Or you may not be able to go with them into their next new season. Sometimes we wonder, well, why didn't I get invited to this? Or why wasn't I a part of that? Or why didn't they pick me for this? Because you were not ready for the new season they were going to, or you didn't need them in the season that you are in. Okay? You have to remember that when major change happens in your life, you need people around you that can help you go through and get through that new season, get into that new season. You may need to have some guidance in terms of going back to school or your new career or ministry, okay? You may need to have some clarification in all of that. You may need some mentoring. You may need some coaching. You may need some counseling. I don't know what it is that you might need, but here's the thing. You cannot do it alone. You have to have the right relationships as you go into a new season. So here's the thing, all right? Let me tell you. Here's one right here. I have a perfect example. I am, God has said now is a time for me to take the ministry, Teach, T-E-A-C-H, it's the ministry name. And there's been some transformation in the ministry. The ministry is going to be different than it was before. All right. And so I went to my ministry mentor and I sat down and she and I had a conversation. We kind of walked through. I kind of told her what the vision was, kind of walked through what it was and what God was showing me. And she gave me the information. And she never knew what I was going to ask her to do in the ministry. And I'm not going to divulge that here. But she didn't know what I was going to ask her. But when I asked her, that is a different kind of relationship between she and I. Okay, because now there's a level of authority that now, because of I'm taking the ministry and she's guiding me in this. All right. That is a new season for me. It's a new season for her. She was my ministry mentor in terms of me being a minister, in terms of me doing those things that a minister is called to do. But now when we're talking ministry and the work of the Lord, now I'm asking her for something different. So now that's a new season for both of us. Okay, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be friends. That's going to stay the same. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that when you go into a new season, people in your life now have different responsibility with you. You can't expect to go into a new season and for people in your life to still be the same and act the same towards you, because it's not going to happen. All right. If you want more, then you have to strive and do more. All right. If you want more, then you've got to strive and do more. Yes. Right relationships matter. Y'all need, I said this, I think I said this in this group. I can't remember if it was this group or the last group. Y'all need to stop having these filet mignon visions or these filet mignon new seasons that you claim you have, but yet you still want to have people that have knowledge of only McDonald's, all right, or McDonald's Happy Meal, all right. You need to make sure that when you go into your new season, that there are people that you can glean from in that new season. People that have been there, like mentors or coaches, or either small groups or whatever you need to do, all right. Why would I say that there's that the Lord is really dealing with me something and Teach? Why would I say that God is giving me something new and I need some mentoring, and I go to someone who doesn't even know anything about ministry? Or maybe just, now there's nothing wrong with small ministries. Now, I ain't. But what I'm saying, my ministry mentor is over, 30-something ministries? Dr. Brown, you're on here. I forgot how many. But she's over ministry. She's an apostle. She has the calling and the anointing to be over ministries. And here's something else. When you go into a new season, make sure the people that you align yourself with have the call and the anointing to guide you. It doesn't matter whether you're talking career or whether you're talking ministry or whether you're talking your life or your parenting or your finances. Don't go trying to go into a new season with your finances and you getting information from somebody who's broke. Come on now. That doesn't even match up. That doesn't match up. When you're going into a new season with your finances, then you need to talk to someone who is debt free. All right. Who knows what it takes to be debt free. All right. People want to talk to my husband all the time and ask him, how did you and Sandra get debt free? How did you pay off your house? How did you do this? And then when he sits down and tell them, you know what? They haven't accomplished number one. Remember number one, that you got to say goodbye in your mind before you can act it out. All right. until they make up in their mind that they want to align their life with being debt free, they're not going to be debt free. So Dennis can tell them whatever they need to know, but until they make up in their mind they're going to do it, it's not going to happen. All right. So again, you need to align yourself with people who are able to walk with you in your new season. As I go into a new season within ministry, I know that my ministry mentor, Dr. Brown, is able to walk with me. Why? Because she already has the fruit. You know the call is there. You know the anointing is there. And when the call and the anointing are present, then the fruit is there also. All right. So some of y'all need to stop aligning yourself with people who are doing you no good. Okay. I know they're nice. I know that they've helped you for a very long time, but sometimes, let me break somebody free right here, and then we're going to do the last one, and then we're going to call it a night. I know they've been with you for a long time, and you can still love them, all right? But some of you need to break free so that you can be free. Some of you need to break free, you got it? So that you can be free. Some of you need to break free from some people who have been no good in your life, who you have surpassed, so that you can do what God has called you to do. Some of you, I was talking to someone who just wanted to go back to school, and I said, well, why just go? She even had a scholarship to go. Older female, had a scholarship to go to school. And you know what she told me? Well, I may not be able to still be with my friends. I said, you know how many new friends you're going to make in school? I said, that is the worst excuse I have ever. I just lit into her before I even realized that I was lighting into her. Okay. Because she's allowing something from her old season and to stay there. She hasn't completely said goodbye to the old season. And that's why she can't embrace the new. Because when you go into a new season and you completely embrace it, and like number 3, you get the right habits in the new season, you begin to do the habits that you need to do, and then you begin to connect with the folk that you need to connect with in your new season, then you will see yourself operating and living out in the new season. You will be able to see the blessings that you knew were coming in the new season. Some of you, if you just make that one step, if you just do the one thing, then you'll be able to do 2. All right. Then you'll be able to keep stepping and keep moving forward. Let me do number 5. Okay. Recapping. Number 1, say goodbye to the last season. Number 2, fully embrace the new season. Number 3, ask yourself, what habits do I need in the new season? Number 4, ask yourself, who do I need to connect with in the new season? And number 5, this is important. This is the last one. Ask yourself, what vision am I moving towards in my new season? Here is something I want you to not forget. Every time you go into a new season, every time there's a new challenge, every time you see new blessings, ask yourself, what goal am I trying to meet? What am I trying to get to? So if you're going through something right now, if you're experiencing some challenges, then ask yourself, what goal am I trying to get to? If I'm experiencing a financial challenge, then I need to ask myself, what goal do I need? Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be? I may be struggling right now. I'm going to tell you why this is important. I may be struggling right now financially. You may say to yourself, I'm struggling right now financially, Dr. Sandra. Then if you're struggling right now financially and you want to go into a new season with your finances, then ask yourself, where do I want to be? What do I want the vision for my finances to look like? Okay. And then when you define what you want the vision for your finances to look like, then your actions, you need to start making sure your actions in your new season build up to that vision. Okay. Because see, you start doing the right actions in the new season when you know what vision you're going for in the new season. So I see people think that vision is this, oh, I got this vision for a big ministry. Oh, I got this vision for a new job. Oh, I got this vision for changing my career. And those are all great visions. But one vision could be, I'm just going to pay off my car. One vision could be, you know what? I'm just going to lose 5 pounds. One vision could be, I'm just going to eat right at dinner time. Okay? Those are all things that you can do in your new season depending on what it is. But you have to know what you are moving towards. Don't go into a new season blind. Don't go into a new season in your life not knowing what you're moving towards or what you're trying to accomplish. What am I trying to accomplish in this new season? As I am in a new season with my son, I'm trying to get that boy out of high school. Okay? That's the new season. I'm trying to get him out of high school. I'm trying to make sure that as he gets out of high school, he grows into the type of man so that when we turn him loose at 18, he can be the man that God has called him to be. So yes, I have to go buy books and study books myself, like Hot Words for the SAT. And thank you, Dr. Tiffany, because she told me to get this book. Yes, I have to declutter some of these ink pens. Yes, I have to have books back here that teach me how to do certain stuff because I don't know how to do it. So as you go into a new season, but that's the vision. Because in this new season, I have a vision and I have to make sure the actions that I do in this new season line up with the vision for the new season. So part of my new season, like I told you, is being healthy. So now, did I cheat with the Almond Joy? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I cheated with the Almond Joy. Okay. But part of my new season, in terms of my health, is that I have to do better. So every single meal, I have to think about what I eat. I haven't gotten to the point where I just automatically eat healthy. I just don't automatically eat carrots and walnuts like my beautiful, gorgeous line sister Yolanda. I just don't automatically do that. She does. Okay? But she's made it a habit. She's made it a habit to eat healthy, to be healthy. Okay, so if you add, you can hear my people coming in. I hear the door opening. They went to the movies tonight. Okay, so she's making it a habit now. So if you ask my line sister Yolanda for a snack, she's gonna pull out some almonds, and they're not the nice roasted kind with the sugar. They them raw kind. They're raw almonds. Or she might pull out a thing of carrots. Okay, but that's what she is because she's made it a habit. Okay, she's done and accomplished number 3. What new habits do I need? But that was the vision that she had, a vision for her own health. I'm trying to get to that same point, get to that same place. I'm still working. Or carrots, right? She pulls out those almonds or those carrots, 1 or 2. She's gonna have them in her pocketbook. All right, so I'm trying to get there. So I have to work on those habits. But I had to first define what the vision is. Stop thinking that vision is huge. And yes, there is big vision. I have huge vision. I know some of you have a huge vision for your life, for your ministry, for your career, for your calling, whatever your big vision is. But first of all, as you go from one season to the next, all the different things that happen in the seasons in your life are all a part of a bigger vision that God has for you. So what are you trying to move towards? Okay, your role may change. How you operate may change in a new season. All right, the relationships that you've had in the past, as we said, may be different in your new season. But what I want to get you to see, yes, exactly, to everything there is a season. And when I realized that in my life, that the different areas in my life mean that I have different seasons in different areas and that I had to prioritize what I was going to do in the different seasons, then things became so different for me. All right. I stopped being so stressed about certain things because I didn't have to be anymore. All right. I don't have to be stressed about the job, okay, or the work that I do because I love what I do. Okay, and I make sure I make time for that. I make time for my son. I make time for different things. Yes, thank you. Clarity. Thank you guys so much. So what I'm trying to tell you tonight is as you go through, 10:07, as you go through the different seasons and you go from one season to the next, okay, remember, you'll experience constraints. You'll experience challenges and blessings. But as you move from that into a new season, I'm not exactly sure why this thing does this. All right. As you move from that into a new season. Okay. All right. Then say goodbye to the old season. Embrace your new season. Ask yourself what habits and what relationships you need, and then make sure you have a goal and a vision for every single season that you are going through. I hope you have enjoyed tonight. I have thoroughly enjoyed being with you. Please join us next week for Impact Academy. And make sure that you stay active in the group. In the Facebook group, you're going to see some new things rolling out. As we said, the inner circle, we're opening that back up. It's going to be a little bit different, but we're opening the inner circle back up. And the inner circle is only available to those of you that have been a part of Impact Academy. So I do thank all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.